Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to this week's live stream. I'm Morgan Stradling. If you don't know, we do these every single Friday. We do trainings, we do Q&A, and today we are doing one of my favorite things to do, which are channel reviews. I am doing this a little early. So normally we do them Fridays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I just put the baby to sleep and he has been not the best sleeper. Let's just put it that way. I think he woke up about 5 or 6 times last night and he's been just crying all morning and only sleeping for about a half hour at a time. And so I figured, okay, he's down. He is exhausted. I'm going to put him to sleep and I'm just going to do the live stream a half hour early. So if you were planning on joining right at 12 and you weren't able to catch this, I'm very sorry. But definitely we have the replay. I really try to go at our specific time, but I'm glad to be here because we have so many channel reviews to do. So first off, let me know in the comments where you are from. I am from sunny Arizona. I absolutely love it here. I think next week it's going to be 117, 118 degrees. So let me know how hot it's supposed to be for you next week. I think we're kind of getting a heat wave here in the United States. I'm going to be going to the beach next week, so we're going to miss it. And it's going to be about 30 degrees cooler. It's going to be, 40 degrees. Actually, it's going to be the 70s and 80s. And I'm living for it. Alberta, Canada. Hello, Alinka. My mom is actually from Alberta. She's from McGrath, which is really cool. So I call myself half Canadian. But cool. So we have India. We have Swapnil Guha. Oh, that's your name. Swapnil Guha. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Wintry Hill Foundry. I've been talking with you on Instagram. And perfect. Hope Production Studios. So let's get started because I know that you guys are excited to do these. So if you haven't already, go and submit your channel for review. I'm going to put right here where you can go, morganstradling.com/channel reviews. I do channel reviews once a month. I try not to do them every single week, even though people love them, just so we can mix up the content. So submit them here. I'm going to go for about a half hour. So I have a whole bunch that have already been submitted from May that we didn't get to, and then these new ones. So if you submit them, that's why I like to use that form, because when we come back, we just go next on the list. So with all of that out of the way, let's just go ahead and let's do our channel review power hour, shall we? All right. So I'm going to share my screen right here. And then we are just going to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to move this here. Excuse me for a moment while I'm moving over some of my screens. Okay, perfect. So I have 4 different channels that are brought up right now. And if we need more, then we will do more. So first up, Rachel Traxler. Well, before I get started, what channel reviews are, basically I'm going blind into your channel and I'm just going to give you feedback and my thoughts on what you can do to improve your channel. Okay. Again, morganstradling.com/channel reviews. That's where you can go to submit your channel. The goal is to help your channel be more appealing to people who are viewers of your videos, who've come across your video for the first time. By setting up your channel the right way, and your videos the right way, then you are more likely to help people subscribe to your channel to know what you're about. So with that, we're going to talk about Rachel Traxler. So I love this right away. First off, amazing job. What I like about this is the brand is very cohesive. I know from starting very beginning what her channel is all about. She's done a really great job of picking photos that relate to what she shares on her channel. I'm assuming this is a lifestyle vlog channel. That's just from first guess. She has her passport right there. So she probably shares her travel adventures. There's the sonogram right there. So pregnancy adventures, sure, her and her husband. I imagine this is probably a gender reveal. So they're having a girl, more pictures, her lifestyle photo in the desert, her and her husband. Yes. So I can tell that this is about Rachel and her husband and her family's journey. And I'm assuming having their baby. Yeah. So it looks like down here the baby has been born. So what some people would do is they'll put their name up here just to have that branding even more. For you, I don't think that's necessarily a big deal because again, your name is right here. I can see who you are. I know who you are. So I love that. And then, so just scrolling right down, you have 3 different elements on your channel. You have this channel trailer or your highlighted video. And I think this is great. I imagine this is probably one of your top performing videos. It has over 800,000 views. Amazing. Congrats. And that's great. So what I like to do, people say, oh, should I do a trailer? Because that was something that YouTube introduced about 5 or 6 years ago. It was a little, 60 seconds, sizzle reel all about your channel. I find don't waste your time with those. Ask yourself, when was the last time you went and watched someone's channel trailer? Don't you just go and watch their videos instead of wasting so much time creating a channel trailer that most people probably aren't going to watch? That channel trailer probably isn't going to be suggested in search or on people's browse features. So it's kind of like just kind of dead weight on your channel. Instead, do what Rachel is doing right here and feature a video that is your best video, one that converts the best. So maybe you get tons of subscribers from this video. It could be the one that has the most views. Those are some things that you can do. So she's already doing that, which is great. Okay, so next she has 2 different sections. She has her most recent uploads, which is cool. So here we go. And then different shorts. So I would recommend creating more playlists to really tell people what type of videos they're going to be getting on this channel, right? We already have the channel banner up at the top, which does that, but obviously you're pregnant, you have a baby, so maybe create a playlist all about your pregnancy journey. So that way I can click and I can just watch all of those videos right there. Or maybe one all about baby, or you have all these other really cool ones. Let's go to your playlist to see if you have it structured in that way. So yeah, you do have my pregnancy. There's 3 videos there. And, parenting. I would think of topics that people are most loving and create playlists specifically about that, and then put those here on your homepage so people can see like this is what your channel is about and they can really get a feel. Plus it just makes you look more legit when you have just a ton of videos. It's like, wow, okay, if I subscribe to this channel, I know I'm going to remove this. I know that I'm not going to be bored. This person has a lot of content, a lot of stuff for me. Okay. So I definitely recommend that. And she's doing shorts, which is absolutely great. YouTube has announced that they're going to be basically creating a YouTube Shorts fund where they're going to be paying people who create original content for YouTube Shorts. Everyone is trying to get in on this TikTok game, Instagram Reels. Now we have YouTube Shorts. And so it's definitely smart to get in while you can, because potentially they could be sponsoring you if you're doing a great job. Right now, what it seems like most people are doing is they're kind of just repurposing their TikToks, which most people are doing also on Instagram. But hey, it's a start. So I'm just going to go over to your videos really quickly just to get a feel. I'm going to go to the about section. This isn't super critical. Okay, this is an opportunity for you just to expand it out. Ooh, you're almost to 1 million views. Congrats. I would just use this little section right here to write a little blurb about yourself and to put your keywords. Because if people type your name, Rachel Traxler, so if I'm going to do that right now. If I go to youtube.com and I write Rachel Traxler, your channel is going to come up. And what people don't know is actually the first 140 or so characters from your description will appear right here. And so if you have different keywords in there, it's just going to give people another idea what your channel's about, but it gives you another opportunity to rank in search for those things. So for example, if you go to mine, yeah, I'm an online marketing strategist who teaches YouTube tips, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you don't really have to spend too much time here on this about me section because not too many people read that. A paragraph or 2. Links aren't clickable in the section. So a lot of people do try to put links and it's okay. You just have to copy and paste them. But you have your links right here, which are great. And then your email address for business inquiries. So one last thing that I wanted to go into is to look at your different, I like to see how long you've been posting. So it says over a year ago, so this channel isn't even that old, which is great. You have nearly 6,000 subscribers. I like to sort by the most popular, and it was that pregnancy reveal, which is really exciting. Those videos do really, really well. People love Love that. And then all of the other videos that have done really well on your channel are, relating to being pregnant. So you're not pregnant anymore, right? So how can you capitalize on these very popular topics when you're not pregnant? And I don't know if you want your channel just to be like all about pregnancy. It's more about you and your journey, right? Yeah. So let's go back to the newest. And, some of, the videos have anywhere from, less than 1,000 to, this one right here, 64,000 just 2 months ago. You do have a newborn, so I understand what that is like. Take your time when it comes to coming back to YouTube. But overall, I mean, this is a great channel. You have this these golden tones to your channel, which I love. And from the very beginning, I know this is you. I recognize it. I mean, it's even mirrored in your photos. You have these goldens and these browns. And so these right here, you didn't even have to create like a visual brand with text and images. I mean, like non-photo images, because you already are capturing the brand in these photos. And then when I see the thumbnails, that also is captured. So I love it. I'd say keep it up. All right, let's go to the next one. Because again, I want to make sure that I have tons of time for everybody. I'm thinking I'll probably get to do 3. So just really quickly, just reading hi from Alabama. Hi from New York. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining. This is really fun. So, and it says, why is it 720p? I'm not sure why it's defaulting as 720p. I'll have to look at that after, but let's go into the next one. Boom, boom, boom. All right. This is Leonie Cuff. So right at the very beginning, what I like to do is I like to look at the channel banner. So me as a new user, someone who's never seen your channel before, this is a great opportunity for you to tell people what your channel is about. So right here, I see your name and it says new videos weekly. Be sure to subscribe, right? And then there's some flowers and some text and it's just a lot of different elements, but I'm not sure what the channel is about. So what I would do, and it's also a little pixelated, like the template that you used was too small and it stretched it out. So what I'd recommend is just going and creating a high quality version of this, but then also go in and whatever your channel is about, which I don't know yet because I haven't dug into it, but really pick those pillars and those content pieces and call them out. So with the last channel, she didn't even have to have the words pregnancy, family, my life sort of things. Just visually, I got that. But here, I'm not quite sure what the channel's about. So let's dive into it more to see what's going on. So you have done a really good job about, creating these different playlists. Popular uploads is actually a good one to do. It's similar to uploads, especially if you don't have many videos. These can kind of be mirrors of each other. But as you get more and more videos, then the popular uploads and the uploads section will deviate. And so popular uploads, 8 reasons with Leonie, which might be like a series that you do on your channel, some shorts, one of your other channel and your friends' channels. So even then, I'm not quite sure what the channel is about. So let's go into your videos and check it out. So getting a new phone, creating my YouTube intro, how you created your YouTube intro with non-copyright music. Ooh, beaches in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Music rhythm, how to fall asleep, acting like the Little Mermaid. Love it. So let me sort by your most popular ones, because right now I'm not really seeing a theme to your channel. It's kind of random, to be honest. And so I think it's just whatever you feel like posting and think that you're interested in. Yeah, like if I go back to the oldest, your older videos, they're all about poetry. And then more poetry. And then the poetry stuff sorts of drops off and it doesn't seem like you're doing anything. Again, your channel's only a month old and look at all these videos that you've done. Mad props. Okay. That's amazing. But what I'd recommend is sort by your most popular ones. It's still new, but kind of see what your viewers are interested in, because you have to remember when you're making a YouTube channel, you have to do it for your viewers. What are they interested in? What are people searching and they find your videos and then they watch? It's all about them in mind. Yes, we like to talk about us. We like to have channels about us and our personality. But if we are not serving the viewer, we're not helping them, whether that's to inspire, entertain, or educate, then they're not going to subscribe. They're not going to watch. So right now, you are still in the experimental phase of your channel, which I do recommend people do. Kind of when you're first starting your channel, throw spaghetti at the wall, see what's working, see what's not working, and go from there. But as you start to get more data in the terms of views and your click-through rate and all of those things in your YouTube studio, and then even just comments, what people are resonating with, what they like, then double down on that content more. And I think having a more clear channel topic and focus will help your channel a lot. You know, there's some beauty videos on here, reacting to Justin Bieber's performance. It's kind of really random. And I think if you hone in on just a few content pillars, that will help a ton. Okay. All righty. Everything Aja. I know her. I've talked to her. We've had a consultation before. She's amazing. So let's check out her channel, shall we? So I always look at the channel banner first and foremost. So it says Everything Aja, helping you make teaching fun and engaging. Perfect. So I understand that this is to help make teaching fun and engaging. Whether that's for teachers or it's for parents, I'm still not sure. I think we can figure that out. But you know, you have these great Polaroid sort of photos of you having a fun time, and you know, your name right there. And right here it says grab your freebies. Me as a new user, I don't know what those freebies are. So maybe if you could just very succinctly call out what that is, like maybe it's like your getting started guide for teaching, or, you know, I think I would just say what that is. It looks like it might be, you know, a few things, which that's fine. But I would have just one very clear call to action. Now, the other thing right here, you say you're having the subscribe button right here. I actually would shift everything over. So I would take this right here and I would move this over. Well, I'd move this over, this bottom part, and then the subscribe, I would try to put on this right side because the subscribe button is on the right side. So that way I'm not having to read this, look here, and then where's the subscribe button? You're wanting to guide your user to what you want to do. You want to make it as easy as possible for them. So if you want people to subscribe, then have the subscribe call to action on this side very close to where it's going to be. And obviously, depending on if they are on mobile or how big their screen is, it's going to vary. But for the most part, it kind of sticks right here in the, if you're going to split this into thirds, you know, it's all kind of always right here. So maybe somewhere around there. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, you have a bunch of playlists. You have all of your most recent uploads. I think that's great. You do want to get views on those uploads, right? What you could do is you could put your most popular upload, just like we saw on that other channel, as your channel trailer or your focus video, or like I like to say, what's the one that's performing best for you? So not just the one that has the most views, but if your goal is to get subscribers, then put the video that has gotten you the most subscribers. Put that right there, because obviously there's something in that video that people really like and they want to subscribe. Okay. And you're wanting people to subscribe, you know, you're calling that out. So these are your most recent videos. So over the past month, and how to teach a preschooler. Love it. So these are all your different videos on that. I love your thumbnails. I think they're bright, they're clean, they are engaging. Virtual games for kids, Zoom games. We all know that Zoom school was a big deal, and how to remote learning games. And wow, so you just have so many really cool playlists, which I love. I love that you are featuring every single one of these, because people come here and they need to know, is this a channel for me? And most people, first and foremost, before they go to your videos, they're going to scroll and check out what you have, right? So I'm going to look at your videos, because a lot of times we experiment with our channels and our thumbnails, and so over time our thumbnail direction does change. So right now it's this gradient, this yellow to pink, which is super cool. And you know, Christmas, you had more Christmassy colors, and it was blue. And so I think this is fine. I think all of these are great. What I would recommend, since you have so much content on your channel, I would recommend TubeBuddy, which I'm sure you have, I'm sure you use, but TubeBuddy on their Legend tier, which is their most expensive tier, but it's worth it for sure. It has this thing called Click Magnet. And what Click Magnet is it allows you to look at all of your videos and see what is the best performing thumbnails and where's your area of opportunity. For example, let's say you have a video that's performing really well, but the thumbnail's not great. You don't necessarily know that, but because of the data that YouTube collects, YouTube knows that and TubeBuddy knows that. So TubeBuddy is going to then go and tell you, hey, this video has so much potential and so much potential to do even more. If you changed and optimized this thumbnail, then you potentially could get that many more views. Let me show you really quick in my YouTube studio. We can use as an example. And the reason this matters is because, if you've already created this video, you've already done all the hard work. If all it takes to, increase your click-through rate from 2%, let's say, to 6% is just swapping out the thumbnail, why wouldn't you do it, right? So I'm going to go right here to TubeBuddy, and I'm going to go to Click Magnet. So launch Click Magnet. So you get started. It takes just a few seconds because it's going to be processing all of your videos. So during that time, I'm going to take a quick drink and look at the chat. Beyond RC says, good morning, or hey, Morgan from London, Great Britain. Started my channel in March of 2020, already at 6,760 subscribers using your advice, and I've been lucky to work with some amazing companies in my niche. Whoop, whoop. That is what I want to hear. I love it. Congrats. Super cool. Okay. Would you be up to reviewing a channel in Italian? Yeah, I can review in Italian. Obviously, I'm kind of going visually. I'm not in these ones. I'm not watching the videos. But for sure, submit it. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I can do foreign language, still the visual elements, and a lot of the things that I'm talking about absolutely apply. All right. So they have all these different things. They have the power rankings, they have opportunities, advanced, analytics. Super cool. So let's go to power rankings. And basically this is going to show you, how some of your videos are doing. So this has a great click-through rate, nearly 8%. And these are all the clicks that I've gotten. So this is a great video, meaning it's a great thumbnail that has great performance. This one, likewise. This one, very good. It's high, but it could be a little better, right? That's only 6%. So these are all of my videos that are doing really, really well. And you can scroll down to the very bottom and not so well, okay? And I've actually been trying some new things with my thumbnails, to be honest, and it looks like they are just not performing. Click-through rate is 2%. This one is 2.7%. I honestly thought this was a cool one. It has all those trolls in the background, but apparently people on YouTube do not think it's that great. So I'm not offended. Data is the data, okay? And this one, yeah, I was trying to do this little sunburst thing. I thought it was cool. Clearly, it's not, right? So again, this is just an opportunity and like this one, now that I see it super small, it's kind of hard to read what's happening there. So no wonder people aren't really clicking as much. So these are great videos. I spent a lot of time on them. But the fact that the click-through rate is so low means that I need to go in and change that up. And that's actually what I'm going to be doing over the next month. I'm going to be switching out a ton of videos and comparing the before and the after, and then make a video sharing with you guys the results. Now, I want to go to one more thing right here to share with you. Okay, close Click Magnet. Oh, dang it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I need to go back. There we go. And I'm going to go to opportunities. So for Aja, this is for you to go check it out. So you can see that actually, this one is one of my best performing videos, and it has great performance, and the click-through rate is 5%. It could be much better. You saw that some of my other ones, I have some videos that have 16%, 10%. Anything under 5% for me, I need to be better. So it's telling me right now, where are my best opportunities? So if I want the most bang for my buck, I should go in and change and mix this up. Same thing with this one. This is a great video, this Learn YouTube SEO, but it's a pretty crappy thumbnail, to be honest. 2% click-through rate. I think people see that and they're like, I don't get it. And so what's super cool with this is you have an opportunity to, with the Click Magnet, to do A/B testing. I'm trying to find where it is. But basically, you have to actually go into one of the videos. So you go into one of the videos, and what you're able to do is you can then A/B test um, different thumbnails. So you can keep your existing thumbnail and then make a better version of it. And then TubeBuddy is going to do all the hard work for you. It's going to show this one for 24 hours and then it's going to swap it out. And it's going to keep kind of switching your thumbnail back and forth, back and forth. And then it will tell you after the data which one has the better click-through rate, which one's getting, better performance. And so then you definitely know, wow, actually my original thumbnail was great. This one tanked, or this one's way better, so swap it out right away. I love it, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about in my video. So if you don't already have TubeBuddy, I'm just gonna create a little thing right here. You can go to morganstradling.com/TubeBuddy, and you can get, if you use code Morgan's Buddy, you get 20% off, or code, sorry, just typing this out. Have less than 1,000 subs. Okay, thanks for adding this. Okay, so there we go. There's what you can do. So you can go check it out. If you have less than 1,000 subscribers, which I know many do, you can use code Rising Star Buddy and get 50% off any plans. But if you have over 1,000 subscribers, then use my code Morgan's Buddy for 20% off. I think it is so worth it, because just it takes the guesswork out of YouTube, and you're able to, with hard data, know what you need to do to improve. So if you don't have TubeBuddy, definitely get it. It has a free plan, so definitely install the free plan for sure. Okay, last one for today. Okay, keep adding your channels to the what am I talking about? Add it to my little spreadsheet, or my little form, because we can do that again. Actually, I'm on vacation next week, but maybe I'll hop on next week around the same time and we can do another round of channel reviews. No promises, but I'll send out the notification. But last one, coffee break harp. Okay, so coffee break harp. So just looking at the very beginning, there's a picture of this harpist and drinking coffee. So for me, based on this channel name, this seems like harp. It could go one of two ways. Harp that you listen to during a coffee break, or you can learn the harp through a quick coffee break. So these are like quick and easy videos to help you become a better harpist. So, and right now, you do have your name and your channel banner really big. It's very bold. It's easy to read. It says new episode every Friday. I would just change that to new video every Friday. An episode to me feels more like a podcast or like a show. And unless you structure your videos that way, then keep it for sure. But one thing that's an area of opportunity, just right off the bat, like, I don't know who this is for. Is this for harp enthusiasts, people who like to listen to the harp, or people who like to play the harp? Now, just going straight down right here, I can tell that this is for people who are playing the harp. So you are targeting people who want to learn the harp. They want to be better. Now, I played the violin in high school, and my orchestra was blessed enough to have a harpist. It was the most amazing experience. It increased the symphony like tenfold. We loved our harpist. She was amazing. So I have a fond place in my heart for harpists. So right here. So I imagine, just based on this, if it's for harpists, you should call that out, like teaching you how to, become better. What's the goal of your channel? Someone who goes to your channel, do you teach? Do you want people to actually sign up and take lessons from you? Do you have music or a course that you want people to purchase, or are you just sharing? These are kind of things that I'm just thinking through. Now, right here, all that you have is your most recent uploads. And I think there's a missed opportunity to have more playlists, like we have been talking about, to really showcase what your channel is about. This is just the default that YouTube does. And it kind of doesn't do yourself a favor. It makes it seem like you don't have that much stuff. Like, oh, she only has 5 videos. When in reality, when you click here, imagine you have lots more. You do. So you have tons more. I'm scrolling. You have so many videos. So you are an expert for sure in teaching the harp. So yeah, if you do have playlists, I would chunk them into different playlists, all of your videos. It looks like you have, yeah, a few other, some of these might be other people's stuff, which is cool, but definitely create some playlists of just your dedicated videos and then add those to your homepage. It's super easy. So it looks like back in the day, you were doing live harp lessons, which is super cool. Throw those all into, excuse me, throw those all into a playlist because, that's something that people could just binge. You want people to sit and binge your channel and to keep watching your channel as much as possible. So, and then you've kind of switched your thumbnail design and now you're doing what looks to me like more SEO friendly content, which is great. I love this. How to do mental practice. What is the best harp for a beginner? These are things that people are searching for. And so this is great. This is what I teach. I believe that the beginning phases of YouTube, that you need to be creating content that is SEO optimized, that you can be found in search. Then once you are an authority in YouTube's eyes, they're going to start promoting your videos in the browse features and to other, people that way. And that's where you can really have this hockey stick growth. But initially you need to kind of exert your dominance in the search results by creating searchable content. If you are not creating content that people aren't searching for, why are you creating the content, right? Unless, lifestyle channels and whatnot, but even lifestyle channels should be creating content that people are searching for. So I think this is all great. You are putting at the end of your videos, it looks like you're putting coffee break harp 11, coffee break harp 12. I don't think you need to have that, honestly. I think it kind of makes the titles a little clunky. I know we like to use the full 100 characters that they give us, but yeah, I've actually stopped putting my name in my titles because it just doesn't, unless people are, even if people are searching your videos directly, you're going to show up because it's your channel. I would just keep it clean and just kind of take those off. You could put this coffee break, whatever number it is, 16 in the description. I think that's a better place to put it. Now, as far as the thumbnails, you've switched the thumbnails. So they're good, but they're a little hard to read. And you've actually switched them. I recommend putting all of your text on the left side because you can see right here on the right side, sometimes it can get covered up by these weird elements, watch later and add to queue. So you've started doing that. You've moved them all to the left side, which is great. But as far as the actual text, it's a little small. It's too small for me. I would recommend just picking the 3 to 5 most impactful words about what this is, and then have that be on top of it. And the thing with the harp is actually getting cut off. The harp is such a beautiful instrument. I honestly would keep the full image of the harp, like have this photo be, and sorry guys, I should make this bigger for you guys. What am I thinking? It's so small. Doing it? No. It's not making it bigger for some reason. Oh well. Okay. Mm-hmm. Apologies. All right. You can kind of see a little better, but you can see like most people, they're looking on their phones. They're seeing it very, very small. I think this is actually a good example for the chat. It's hard to see what the text says. So I would just have the photo be the whole image because it's so beautiful looking at that harp. Sorry, it's going a little crazy. It's so delayed on making this bigger, but we'll keep it, So yeah, I'd have the whole image of the harp and then just really big, bold text overlaying on top of that. So you could just have like a border behind it or an outline, a stroke on the text. I think that'd be really good. So like avoid buzzing ? Or, harp buzzing ? Something that elicits a reaction like, oh my gosh, yes, my harp is doing that, right? You just need a few words to really get that across. So yeah, I love this channel. This is really cool. One of my students actually is a violinist, and there's so much opportunity to rank high in search for some of these teaching instrument channels. I would definitely use TubeBuddy and do the research to see what are harpists searching for? Like when they come to YouTube, what are they struggling with it? For example, violin, there is this course called, or these series of books and this methodology called the Suzuki method. And Suzuki, nearly everyone uses it, or it's very, not everyone, but it's very, very common. A lot of people use it. And so people are always searching like how to play Suzuki Book 1, this song, So if there's the equivalent of the harp, that might be helpful because people are searching that. And if you can teach them how to play that song very quickly or like what it sounds like, that's a huge opportunity. But I love what you're doing. I think you're doing a great job trying to optimize this for SEO. And this seems like a great resource for those who are harpists who are wanting to learn. So cool. So with that, we are a little bit over. I'm trying to make this a little smaller. Give me a moment. And then I'll answer some Q&A. There's some Q&A, guys, that I will answer really quickly at the end of this. So here we go. So let's stop sharing my screen. All right. Okay. So here are some of the questions. Let's remove this banner real quick. Okay. Says, I use vidIQ, but I'm wondering, can we use that and TubeBuddy? I don't feel like learning a whole new one. So yes, I use both vidIQ and TubeBuddy. I find TubeBuddy is so much better, in my opinion, for the keyword research. And just because, again, SEO is my big thing. I like vidIQ because it really is data oriented. So it's really great at analyzing the data of your channel once the videos are live. So I use vidIQ for that. But as far as researching and uploading and streamlining my process, I use TubeBuddy. But you can use either or. I have codes for either or. So just go to morganstradling.com/TubeBuddy or morganstradling.com/vidIQ. Will take you to either one of those. I have them both installed. I do have the free plan for vidIQ. I haven't felt for me that it was beneficial to upgrade. I just love TubeBuddy. I use it daily. So cool. Thanks, Sarah. And SA Panda Toy says, love all your great tips. You helped me get monetized quickly. Yes, I'm so happy. That is the goal. We got to make your channel make money as quickly as we can. So let's see. Haven't uploaded in a while because of school. My laptop doesn't keep up with my performance. I submitted the form. Okay, no worries. So I would, we'll look at your channel next time, but consistency is really important. I took a break after I had my baby and I'm feeling it because the YouTube algorithm just isn't as pro Morgan as it used to be. And, it kind of stinks, but you can take a week off here and there, but a month or 2 months or 3 months, that's when you'll start really seeing it. And it's kind of like you have to put all that legwork back in again. So I recommend staying as consistent as you can. But again, you're human. If you have to miss a week here and there, that's totally fine. Been using vidIQ for months. Cool. Yeah. I mean, everyone has their preference on what works for them. And we talked about this. There's multiple questions. Can you do it in a foreign language? Can you do it in Italian? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right. That's all the questions. If you have any more questions, let me know. Type them in right now if you want me to answer them. Otherwise, we will wrap it up. This is super fun. Oh, Slopes Game Room. I just got to say, I got to shout out my friend right here. He is so nice. You should check out his channel. It's a gaming channel. He does a lot of gaming history. He does a lot of Kickstarter disasters. We've all signed up for a Kickstarter and nothing happened. He was a listener of my podcast way back in the day and one of my patrons. And his YouTube channel has just exploded. And so it's really cool to see it. So definitely check out my buddy over there. Last question. Okay. Is it true that a video performance is determined soon after posting? Yes. So this is one thing that a lot of people don't know is YouTube, the first 2 hours after you go, sorry, I got a hair on my hand. The first 2 hours after you go live is really critical and really key. It's important that you get views, you get watch time, you get good click-through rate during that time, because YouTube, it's a brand new video. It doesn't really know what your video's about. Hopefully, you've done a lot of the legwork with the SEO optimization, with your title, your description, your tags, your transcript. You've done a really great job to make sure that you are doing at the best that you can to let YouTube know what your video is about. But YouTube's not going to take your word for it, right? I can say I'm the best basketball player in the world. I should be playing in the NBA Finals. But if no one else says that and the performance isn't there, they're not going to believe me. So that's where YouTube needs all of that feedback. If all these other people are saying Morgan's the best basketball player in the world, she is. And Michael Jordan saying I'm the best, and LeBron James, then people are going to be like, I guess Morgan's actually pretty good. And the same thing applies to YouTube. During those first 2 hours, YouTube is actually artificially boosting your video and sending it to more people than normally you would. You'll find when you post a video, if you go to TubeBuddy and you click on all of your tags, like all of them are ranking. And you're like, yes, I did all my keyword research right. Not really. It's because YouTube needs data. It's a computer, it's an algorithm. So it's trying to push your video as many places as possible. So for all of those tags, it's ranking you near the top. And really it's seeing, okay, if it appears, are people clicking, and then are they watching? If they watch, do they end up watching the whole thing? After that, do they engage? It's the YouTube funnel. I have a really great video all about that explains that. So really, like what you need to promote your stuff instantly. So it's really important that you have a game plan. As soon as your video goes live, you have an email going out to your email list. You have a scheduled tweet going out to your Twitter followers or your Facebook group. Literally, you need to spam the internet being like, hey, the video is live, because we need that top. We need as much good viewers and people watching it and commenting, because that helps YouTube know oh, wow, this is actually really good. Yes, it's still going to put your video in the search results. It's still going to try to get that data. But if there's anything we can do on our end to boost those numbers, it's only going to help, because you will see after those 2 hours, the video is going to go up. Even if it's only 50 or 100 views, it's going to go up. And then after the 2 hour mark, it's really sad when this happens, and it happens a lot of time, it'll just level off. YouTube says, okay, cool video, but they're not going to rank it anymore. And suddenly it's not going to be appearing in people's browse features. It's not going to be appearing, in the search results as high or at all. So yes, first 2 hours is so, so, so important. So please do what you can to make sure. That's why having a really loyal audience is helpful, because if they know that you go live every Wednesday at 8 a.m., you have new videos, they're going to show up and they're going to watch them. But if you're just releasing videos whenever, then most likely a big chunk of your audience isn't going to be prepared or ready to even watch it. So all good things. Is it true that it can hurt your video by linking it directly in other places like Reddit, Twitter, because it will lower your click-through rate? No, not necessarily. I mean, if you're linking it to other places and people that kind of skips over your click-through rate, because click-through rate only applies to your video showing up in the YouTube search results or in home pages or watch pages. So people coming from external sources, and you can see that in your YouTube analytics, those will show up as an external view. So it's not going to hurt your click-through rate. But if those people are just clicking and hopping off, or they're not watching it, YouTube will track that. So you want to make sure that you're not just, that the places that you're spamming it are people who are actually going to watch the video. I know people love when you're first starting out, you share it with your family and your friends, and they're like, cool. And then they click it, but they're not really interested in your stuff. They love you, but they're like, I just, for example, I just did a 35-minute video breaking down all of the Swan Princess films. I'll show a little thing. Yeah, I don't want to share that with people who don't like Swan Princess. I don't want to share that with people who aren't interested in, watching that. I'm going to show you real quick. Where's my, okay, here's my StreamYard. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me just share real super fast. Share screen. So here you go. Here's my video. I watched every Swan Princess movie, so you don't have to. There's 10 Swan Princess movies. It's a 35-minute video. It's not in my best interest to let people know about that if they're not actually going to watch it. Okay, now we're getting the screen of death. So cool. What app can I use for high quality thumbnails? There are some like app generators that you can use that you can create. I'm not familiar with those. Canva's a great place. There are some places that will create thumbnails for you. For example, my studio, Dava Marketing, my editors, they have a feature. Here, I'll share my screen again. Share. Okay. They actually have an editing team that focuses just on thumbnails, and it's unlimited editing, which is super cool. So, here's all these examples. They just create thumbnails day in and day in and day out, right? And so they know what works. They're basically saying like, hey, after you're going to start here and your click-through rate is just going to go through the roof because we're the experts. We know what text to use, what fonts, what colors. So right now it's $145 a month. And then $195 after that. And if you use code Morgan, I think you get 15% off that. It's like $125. So it might be worth it trying it out for 1 month just to see, how it improves. I'm actually going to be doing that as part of my test. When I said, hey, I'm going to be doing this test on all my thumbnails over the next month, I'm going to be using Dava Marketing because they edit my videos. I love them so much. So davamarketing.com, code Morgan. You can chat with them, but they're really, really great. So I have not used their service, but I will be, and I will be talking about it in a future video. And what I love about that, it's unlimited, but it's one thumbnail at a time. So they'll work on one thumbnail. Once that's done and approved, they'll just start working on the next one and the next one. So in theory, you could get a ton of thumbnails in a 30-day period. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to my old back catalog and say like, take all of these and work your magic. And then once I upload them and see how they perform, 30 days after that, then I'll report back to you guys. So this other question, thoughts on Canva. Canva is great. Canva is amazing. morganstradling.com/Canva. That's where you can go and check it out. But Canva is just like Photoshop, but so much more user-friendly. I love that they have the gallery of all these images and icons and photos, things that just make your life so much easier. So I think it's easier. It's kind of hard, Photoshop to learn. And then you still have to import all of these elements on your own or create them on your own. So if you are new, just use Canva. I personally don't like their thumbnail templates. I don't think they're the greatest. Just because I don't think that they really apply the principles of what is a great thumbnail and what is a thumbnail that is going to get clicks. So I talk all about this in my course, VidBoss Academy. The doors actually are going to be opening up very soon. You see my calendar right here. Got some good things planned for you guys. So stay tuned if you want to be, I do talk about thumbnails in there and do trainings on that. So if you're interested in joining the wait list, just so you can be notified when it starts, there's the info, morganstradling.com/waitlist. I have all of these little things like morganstradling.com/whatever. I have a link for everything for you guys. So yeah. All right. That's all I have for today. Next week, I'm on vacation. If I have a free moment here and there, I'd love to do some more channel reviews. So make sure you're subscribed, get notifications on. I will let you know in the YouTube community tab. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy life and make some videos that are going to be awesome. Okay. And I hope this helped you. Even just seeing these 3 different channels, hopefully you can take some of that feedback and apply it to your own channel. So let me know in the comments, what is one thing that you learned today that you're going to apply to your channel? Okay. I would love to see that. So everyone says, thank you. Morgan rocks. Of course, I'm going to show that one. Thank you. Thank you. Will your views go back up since you were getting, yeah, I imagine once one of my videos gets picked back up in the algorithm again, like it had been, rising tide kind of floats all boats. You'll see that those other videos also will go up. So it needs some more time. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I just know that I need to be better. There's some things I need to change, thumbnails, things like that. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Adios.